Hello and welcome back to Airbrush Ways. I'm Jack, and in today's video, part 1, we're going to airbrush an eye. A good exercise to do. When I've spoke to you before about doing portraits or anything like that, then to be honest with you, the best thing to start with when you're doing a portrait or any face kind of airbrushing stuff is to get the eyes done first. Don't worry about the rest of it. If you can get the eye done, you're happy with the eyes, then the rest of it will look right. Many times before, when I've done a portrait and left the eyes to last and just couldn't get the eyes to look right. So start with the eyes, and from there everything else will fall into place. This is the image that we're going to airbrush. What I've done from here before we started is I've cut out parts of this that I'm going to dust in first, just to give me the right proportion of where everything's going to be. I'm a great believer that if you've got a stencil, then use it, and this is the stencil that we're going to use today. I'm going to put the reference work up there above it so I've got something to look at. And basically what we're going to do is I've put this onto a piece of white paper so you can see the cutouts that I've made. Okay, so we've got the eye, we've got the little bit in the corner where the eye's going to sit and where the lashes are going to go, and then the crease up here with the eyelid and little bits of lines down here where it's kind of faded into the skin. So to start with, I've mixed up Wicked Black with 4012 reducer. What I'm going to ask you to do is over reduce your paint. At the moment this is about 75% reducer, 25% paint, and what I want you to do to start with is just to dust in where everything's going to go. Now a little tip, when you've got your stencil, make sure that you've got a line where you can line up to so that you can put it back on there if needs be, and you know you're going to be in a similar place. And when you're doing this, you won't think that you're putting much paint down, but I can assure you when you lift this up you'll see exactly where everything's going to go. Okay, so I think that's going to do us to start with. And the thing about having this lined up is we can just take this down, we can see where we've got to now with that light dusting, and then we can take this away. After that stencil, I'm going to put this up, which is the middle of the eye. It's going to fit exactly where we'd just done the cut, because this is the bit that was cut out of the middle. Then we can get this now, and we're just going to dust in where the actual black of the centre of the eye is going to be. Okay, now we can see from there that we have everything to go by in order to get this eye finished. Once we've got that into place, what we want to do is just have a look. This is what we're trying to get, is the basics of this. We're also going to use our stencils. So these are the ones, the freehand stencils that we've used before. So we're going to use those to help us get these edges and get the lines in. The first thing we're going to do is try and find something that we can use which is going to go along the edge of this eye. So from there this will fit, and from there then we can just add a little bit of a line. Spray onto your stencil and let the stencil form the line, so you're not giving a real hard line to it. Okay, so now we've got that little bit in there, and then this bit underneath, and then hold that in place, and again we're going to just use the edge of the stencil. You see I'm just going to be putting it like that, but on this edge, soft line at the bottom of the eye. And then we want to just get this corner piece in here. So if I have a look at what we've got here, that will match up. Now we're just going to, on the edge of that again, take away. And this is why I said over reduce that paint. So we're not going to go major, but we're going to have enough paint in there to give us this very light dusting, which we will build up on from this. About there. So that's going to go up to about there, and then we're just going to now, so that's give us the basics of this, the bottom line of the eye. We have to put those eyelashes in yet. We've already got these tiny little lines in here, and then we have this bit here. All we're going to do from that, add that in slightly. And with that in place, we need to just kind of put a little bit of shading in across this eye. Soften this edge. At the end of the day, we don't want this to look like a stenciled eye. And then same with this. See how very light this is going in. I'm hardly putting paint down. Start off so light that it's not going to build up too quick. Okay, one thing I've not spoke to you about before is being able to get consistency of depth of your paint the same. Say, you look on there, this dark, we can see that. So that dark and these look the same as that, then that has to be the same consistency as these. You have to get the same kind of darkness with one as there is with the other. And don't worry about what I just said, because at the moment I'm talking about the finished result. Okay, so that's our first bit done. So if I just show you that now, and that's what we've come up with up to now. So this is part one. You're just blocking in the places where you're going to put more detail. Okay, so that's our first part. Thanks for watching. I'm Jack and this is Airbrush Ways. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and if you press on the bell icon at the side of that, you will get notified every time that a new video comes up. Okay, speak to you soon. Thanks. Bye.